So guys, Brentford 4, Manchester United 0. Brentford 4 at half time, Manchester United 0. Like, what can you say at this point? What can you say? Like, I honestly cannot believe what I saw. I cannot believe what I just watched there for 90 minutes. I've never seen this for my whole life of watching Manchester United through supporting this club. I've never seen us this bad. I've never seen us play as bad as we did today. It was honestly hard to watch. It was sickening at times. Being 4-0 down to Brentford playing like that. You know, the first goal we conceded. The first goal, David De Gea, shocking. David De Gea, absolutely shocking. I'm one of De Gea's biggest fans. I'm one of his biggest fans. I'll say that right now. But what he did there, two of his mistakes today cost us goals. The first one, simple save, lets it through his hands. The second goal, makes a pass which is not there. The pass is not there for him to make to Eriksen, but he makes it. And then Eriksen can't clear his lines because someone pressures him. It was a hospital pass, and of course it deflected off Eriksen and allowed him to go 2-0 up instantly. The third goal, back post, Lisandro Martinez. We've heard all of this debate. You know, is he tall enough to play in the league? 5'9". He's not going to be able to cope. And I think it proved a lot of people right by saying that there. And I was like, maybe it'll be alright with Lisandro Martinez, but now, with how competitive it is, and you know, just the Premier League in general, it is going to be a problem. It is. We saw that today multiple times. The third goal, Ben Mee just overpowering Martinez to make it 3-0. And I didn't even see the fourth goal because the telly I was watching cut out where I was. I didn't even see how it went in. But when I heard everyone celebrating, I was like, that's 4-0 in the first half. We've never been 4-0 down in the first half. We've never been. Last season, our worst season in history. This season, we're breaking another record. Records we don't want to break. And in a half time, guess who's coming on? Guess who's coming on in the second half? Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay's coming on in the second half. You got Garner and Donny van de Beek on the bench. You have to wonder what they're thinking. The game's over at half-time to Brentford. And you're bringing on McTominay. And the reality is, everyone who came on at half-time didn't give a shit what was going on. They didn't give a shit. We saw no improvement in the second half. And, if I was the manager, I would have gone into that dressing room, not have said a word, and sent him out again. Without even saying anything. Send those players out, let them play the rest of the game, and then speak to him after the game. I wouldn't have said anything because that was a disgrace. That was embarrassing. And I've never seen it so bad. We need change. We need the Glazers out. It couldn't be more evident. It couldn't be more obvious at this point. Like, we need a fresh start. We need a change. That means the Glazers out. That means, Murta out. That means Richard Arnold out. We need a fresh change. Half of those players wouldn't get into a Southampton team. They wouldn't. And then you're bringing on McTominay at half time. You're starting Harry Maguire over Varane. I'm actually starting to think there's some player power around Manchester United because Maguire, he played the whole game. Maguire played the whole game. It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. Like, when we bring in Erik ten Hag in and not backing him, what's the point? What is the point? I've said it previously. Bringing Klopp or Pep in wouldn't make a change because these players are not coachable. They're not coachable. They're error prone. Every single goal we conceded today, it wasn't even a good goal. They were all errors because our team can't play. They're not good enough. It's so hard to watch this team, like 4-0 to Brentford. 4-0. I honestly couldn't believe what I was seeing. I really couldn't. It's the worst I've ever seen it. It is the worst I've ever seen. And you want to know a stat? Harry Maguire, in the last 2 seasons, Harry Maguire has been our captain against all our thrashings. The Watford 4-1, the Brentford last season, the Brighton last season, the one today, the Liverpool ones when we got thrashed, the City ones when we've been thrashed. Harry Maguire has been captain week in, week out against those thrashings. And he still survives. Honestly, Ten Hag was just mocking it at half-time. Bringing on McTominay. Scott McTominay. What is the point? What is the point? And I thought, Eriksen as well, as a 6. He's never played a 6 in his life. And you see why. Because it's not his position. He doesn't play well in a 6. And this is what you get when you play players out of the positions. And you play players who are not good enough. Like Dalot and Shaw today. Disastrous. Martinez, Maguire, disastrous. Rashford, didn't give a shit. Sancho, so bad. Ronaldo as well. Couldn't even get involved in the game. Bruno Fernandes, how did he play 90 minutes? You gotta ask these questions. Why are we in this position where we're allowing these players? There's gotta be something behind this. There's gotta be player power. There really has to. Because no way Erik Ten Hag is looking at Maguire week in, week out and thinking, yeah, let's put you in the team next week. There's no way. And I don't want to get angry about it. I don't want to, because it's not going to help anything. It's not going to, get us anywhere. Because, it's not going to get us change, me ranting here saying, all this shit about United. It's not going to get any change. It's not going to get nothing. Yeah, there's a protest next week. Empty Old Trafford. You know how many people go there from, different countries? It's not going to work. And it just shows the deluded ones in our fan base thinking, you're going to empty Old Trafford? What? Does it not go through your mind? It's so hard to process. I just want, I want the best for this team. That's all I care about, I love this club so much. I love this club so much. And to see us how we did today, to see us play like that, it actually made me heartbroken. It really did. Because I just want to see us, play well. I just want to see us win. But again, the people in charge don't help at all. The people around United, they don't help because they don't care enough about the club. If they cared about the club, they would sell it right now. They would sell it at this moment of this loss. Because that was a disgrace. Ronaldo, let him go, man. Let Ronaldo go. And also, those away fans. Give those away fans a refund. Give those people who travelled all the way to Brentford to see that today. Give them a refund. That's the first thing they should be doing today, because those players were an absolute disgrace. And as I said, half of those players should not be here. They shouldn't have been here for the first game of the season. We've been outplayed by Brighton and Hove Albion and Brentford in our first 2 games, and we sit bottom of the table with 0 points, with Liverpool to come next week. Liverpool to come next week. That's going to be 3 games in a row and 0 points out of 3 games. And I even said last week, it's going to get worse before it gets better. And I've been proven right. Because I know this club. I know these players. I watch them enough to realise they're not good enough. But Erik Ten Hag, he's managing his team with one hand tied behind his back. Because he's not being backed. And why is he not being backed? Because the people above, the people managing this club and, recruiting this club, don't give a shit about where we are. When we win our big games, they don't give a shit. They act like they do. They don't give a shit if we win anything. They don't give a shit if we lose. Because they're all about the money. They're all about taking out their dividends at the club. And that's all they care about. And until they go, this is where we'll be every week. We'll be coming on these videos talking about how we lost to Brentford 4-0. Would you ever see Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, any other teams losing 4-0 to Brentford? No! They would bat Brentford 4 or 5-0. They're being linked with top class players. We're being linked with Moratas, Radri and Rabios, Frankie de Jong. Why would Frankie de Jong want to come to this club? He sat there watching this game laughing. He sat there laughing. Saying, we'll see you in a bit when I'm at Chelsea and we're playing you and we batter you. That's what he's saying. David De Gea is going to come out and say he cost us 3 points today probably. Which he did, in my eyes. And I'm going to say that, even though I'm one of his biggest fans, it wasn't his best game. But again, he's far from the problem. He's far from the issue. People will be like, no, he's not. There's worse things out there. He's the worst in our team. No, he's not. You got players like Fred McTominay and Maguire in our team. How many times have we been on the end of a battering and Maguire's been our captain? Silly errors today. Silly errors. And, player ratings, we're not going to do player ratings. None of those players deserve a rating today. They're all getting a 0. That's how appalling they were. The worst game I've ever seen. The worst game I've ever seen. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think down below, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash a like. Let me know what you guys think down below, guys. But yeah, absolutely shocking. And Liverpool's up next. Liverpool is up next. Oh, we move on.